It's Larry Rosborough with SSI Consulting Solutions here in Atlantic Canada. We're producing a series of videos to offer our insights into information and experience that we've gathered over our many years of experience. Each of us are doing videos in areas that we have some expertise in. And today, I want to talk to you somewhat about quality and quality systems. And when I'm talking about quality or quality systems, I'm not just talking about the traditional systems that people think about in manufacturing, but it's in any place where you have a process and you want a repeatable outcome. You want your customers to get the same experience each time. That could be an accountant that's doing books and filing tax returns for people, and we want to make sure that that process is good and it's robust and it's repeatable. It may be a hairstylist that wants to make sure that their customer is getting a repeatable experience each time they come into their shop. Or in the more traditional manufacturing, we want to make sure that the parts and goods that we're producing are at the quality level that we want so that the customer gets a good repeatable experience, and we don't want them to suffer any ill effects from having bad quality products out there. Now, there's really, in my opinion, three ways to manage quality, whether it's a formal quality system or not, but there's really three fundamental different ways. The first is do nothing, okay? And we hope for the best. Now, that may work well for some very small operations where you've got one, maybe two people doing whatever the process is. You're extremely familiar with the process, and you know that you can repeat the same thing over and over again, and it's going to be good, okay? It's not very expensive, but the biggest problem with that is it's not very scalable either. As your business grows, if it does grow, not having some sort of system in place so that everybody's doing it the same way and doing a repeatable process doesn't work in the do-nothing approach. The second way is policing inequality. And that's a system where companies will have a separate quality department that spend a lot of their time, if not all of their time, checking almost 100% of the work done by other people. So whatever your process is, somebody else is coming along and checking behind to make sure that the process was done right and we have that good repeatable experience. Or if we're building a product, we've met all the standards and it's meeting all the quality criteria that we want. That system has worked very well and has been highly successful for a lot of companies for a lot of years. There's two really big negatives to that system, though, in my opinion. One is it's very expensive. You have to have somebody involved to check everything that's done by somebody else already. So that's a lot of headcount, and it's a lot of time spent reviewing what was already done by somebody else. The second, and maybe the most important and possibly the most hidden cost, is that because the person performing the operation in the first place knows someone else is going to check 100%, it tends to make them a little less vigilant in checking their own work. You can have higher internal scrap that way because they know now that somebody else is going to check their work behind them and they're going to make sure that it was done right. So if they're a little less vigilant, they're less engaged in the process, and your internal scrap can go up. And that can be hugely expensive for companies, and sometimes people don't even realize how much that internal scrap is costing them. You may have protected the customer from ever getting bad quality or getting a bad quality experience, but internally, you can have a lot of money going out the door. The third way is built-in quality or auto quality, and it's called a number of different things. But essentially, what you have is the person performing the operation, whatever that operation is, whatever the process is that they're working on, they are responsible for their own quality, and they know it. And they know that there isn't going to be somebody else coming along behind them and checking on that quality to see whether or not it was done right. Now, you still may have a quality department, and certainly bigger companies have that, and they may be checking on the quality from time to time just to make sure we're not varying from the standards and the processes that we want. But the people performing the process know that there isn't going to be somebody checking every single time. Now, this has a couple of benefits. One is there's less headcount overall, so you don't have as many people checking what was already done by somebody else. Secondly, that people are more engaged that are doing the process. They're more engaged in that process because they know somebody else isn't there. So they're more vigilant. They're much less likely to pass on bad quality to the next part of the process or directly to the customer. And as a result, internal scrap drops. And overall quality usually goes up because they know that somebody else isn't there checking on it. So some big benefits for doing it that way: reduce your scrap and reduce headcount if you don't need somebody checking every single thing that's done by somebody else. It also allows the operators that are doing the process to feel more involved and be more responsible within their operation, which generally leads to happier people doing the work. So 3 different ways of managing quality. All 3 can work. But I think history has shown, and certainly my experience has been, that the third way, built-in quality or auto quality, is really the most efficient, most cost-effective, and in the end gives you the best quality in your process, whatever your process might be. If you have any comments about or questions about this video or any of the other videos that we've done, please contact us. Drop us a note, an email, call us. We would love to talk to you about any of the things that we have learned over our years of experience, maybe help you out within your process. So follow any of the links below and you can get a hold of us. Thanks.